tradition, and it's clear to see that college football will be at its best today. There's just something about the nightcap. After a day of wall-to-wall football, it just seems this is when chaos ensues. The kickoff unit about to go to work. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down. So, guys, over the last few years, there have been seismic changes to college football. Realignment, name, image, and likeness. But one of the biggest changes, the transfer portal.
Yeah, and now guys that are unhappy or in a situation where they see something that they'd rather be in, now you can leave, and there is no penalty. So a lot of recruiting, Jesse, on other people's teams that go on throughout a season.
Yeah, it's 365, and it's a lot of pressure on coaches to re-recruit their own players as well to try to keep those rosters intact. But the transfer portal completely flips rosters upside down. One team that struggles this year, if they get one key addition, it's a team potentially competing for a national championship next season.
Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. From the gun, wants to pass. It's caught. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. Fresh set of downs after the completion. They'll keep it on the ground. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. Working that left side now. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
In college football, you see this a ton now. And you use the quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
And I think on that last run play on 3rd down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team, and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
He's looking to throw it. Flips it out in the flat. Shows him the stiff arm. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and they forced the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Going to try to get it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The punt team makes its way onto the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And that is just a spectacular punt, and he will pin them in the shadow of their own goalpost inside the 5. First and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. That's a way to get some breathing room. He's got 5 out to the 9-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away. Got the running back on the ground immediately.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man on the right. Got room at the 35. Nothing but green ahead. The 20. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of...
And into the end zone for a touchdown. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
On the move from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They'll throw it on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. At the 35, he's open. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. Suddenly, after that last big play, they're on the move. First and 10 from the 44. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking to go up top on first down. And he intercepts it. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it, and you can hear it, and sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time, he used the lob wedge, and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense early.
Going up top. Makes the catch along the left sideline, and that is a big pickup. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. On the move. Fights off a defender.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job. And you can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back. You got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense when now they got a manageable situation.
Quick pass on the jet motion. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward. Let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job. Nice execution. First down.
Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down.
6-9-1, Gators score.
He's looking to throw. Steps into the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. First down here for the offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Pocket starts to collapse.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Shoots it to the left. A strike downfield. Woo, boy, this freshman quarterback has a hose. Did he sing that thing in there? The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Throws to the tight end. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. The play action fake. Fires to the middle. And it's picked off. Trying to take it back. He's at the 30. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
First down here for the offense.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly. Go!
They run the reverse. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Takes it into the end zone for a touchdown. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call.
Got it.
1st and goal for the offense.
Here we go.
Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. A 1st down run on the doorstep. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal.
Easy.
Fast motion from the offense. Got it back on 2nd and goal. Keep it on the ground, and he's in for the touchdown.
I bet this coaching staff is jacked up to get this offense firing so fast early in the season, on point. A lot of times it takes time to build the rhythm. It takes time to get it rolling. This offense starting the season off with a bang.
And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25.
On the set.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. At the 35, he's got room. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. moving. The freshman just a little too much on that one.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
Bunch formation trying to confuse the secondary. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Wide open downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And come on now, O-line. You've got to take care of your quarterback. He takes care of you. He's the one who takes you to meals. He's the one that gets you those NIL deals. Everything happens through your quarterback. You got to keep him upright. That is your #1 priority.
And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
And a really nice job by the defense winning 2nd down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good 3rd down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He's got it. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback.
Touchdown.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but build some momentum. Maybe this 2nd half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
The AT unit on the field. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. A 1st down for the offense.
Get set, get set.
Use the play fake, now to throw. He's taking the shot. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Using the quick game. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker room. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Fires to the right. Got his man. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. They'll immediately call timeout.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot. against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. So nice to have a target like that.
Let's go. Griffin.
To the air on first down. Getting some heat. The pressure on him, and the quarterback goes down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. They'll start the third quarter with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing.
Ball spotted at the 29. Here they come on third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. He looks that one in nicely. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
This is exactly why third down is practiced every single day. Third and short, third and medium, third and long. It's money down for a reason. You got to lock in. Great success by the offense so far on third down.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Unloads it left. Makes the grab. And he is marked out of bounds after another big game. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Buys a little time with his feet. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Linebackers trying to create some confusion. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Ball in the air, intercepted. Looking for more room. A dangerous cover man and a dangerous return man after the pick as he gets it all the way to the 44-yard line.
That's a bit of a gut punch for the offense because you went in at halftime, you made your adjustments, you're feeling good about your game plan coming here in the second half, and right away you throw an interception to the defense.
All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Give to the back. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
From the gun, the running back has it. Down to the 30-yard line where he stopped after a gain of 5, and that will be a first down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. Couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that run play.
From the 30-yard line on first down. the quarterback changing the original play call.
Timber! Timber!
Wants to throw on first down. Lofts one high and deep. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
It's so easy to be up here in the booth and say, you should have put more zip on that. Sometimes you got to use the lob wedge. That time, you probably should have used the driver.
And now the offense will come onto the field again. Give to the running back. Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll go right back to it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that one. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Yankee blue! Yankee blue! Arrow!
Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB's scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, forced the incompletion.
It's a fake he wants to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. And the pass is incomplete, and the fake punt is a wash. You have an incompletion like that, you always think, why not just let the quarterback throw it? The element of trickery was afoot, and it didn't work. Line gets set, first down.
Spider!
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And he makes the catch, but he can't stay in bounds. That'll be incomplete.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
On the set.
Ball still spotted at the 34. It's 2nd and 10 after the incompletion.
55 weak.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Man, defense is about getting off the football. And when that defensive line can be disruptive and get in the backfield right away and mess up those pulls actions on those counter plays, it can be really advantageous for the defense.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. The defense was in the dime package. They didn't have to send an extra rusher. The big fellas up front took care of that.
Yeah, and all dime means is I'm bringing an extra fast guy on the field and taking an extra fat guy off the field. But listen, the fat guys still get home. Isn't that beautiful? The big, athletic defensive line still does a great job getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Here comes the offense on first down.
Easy.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Handoff from the gun. He gets it all the way out to the 19-yard line. A pickup of 6.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
How bold will they be on third down after that last run?
29 filling.
He's looking to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Oh, it's a reverse. Shakes off the defender. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down.
I'm not a huge analytics guy, but on 4th and 1, if you're going to get pushed like that from your O-line, I say go for it every time.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. So runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. They'll try the run to the 43-yard line and a 1st down for this offense.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Here's the handoff. Breaks the tackle.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Yeah, and if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Line getting set on 2nd down. Using his legs to buy some time. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
And then that's the problem with the free throw, right? It takes time to develop, and you can tell they handed it off. They didn't really bite it too much and continue to rush the pass or get to the quarterback and put a good lick on him, Jesse, as he's throwing the football.
Yeah, the offensive line is going to be kicking themselves when they watch this on film because they had a touchdown on that play. If they could have just given the quarterback another split second to throw.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Offense set on 1st down. He wants to throw. Coming after it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Got him downfield. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Trying to get to him. And the quarterback is snowed under.
And that's just pure speed off the line of scrimmage. That offensive tackle had no shot. Barely even got a hand on that D-end as he came around the outside.
A big play for the defense with the 1st down sack. Now, advantage D as the offense comes up on 2nd down. He's got it at the 45 on his way. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And on the heels of that last big play now, you'd love to keep the momentum going and score quick. How about staying aggressive? Try to throw this thing into the end zone. You need to get the ball back, and you need to save as much time as you can.
At the 35, he's loose. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the fourth quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
Feeling some heat. He'll pull it down. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Zings it complete to the right. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. Get the first down, get out of bounds, you're working the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Cricket.
He's gonna pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you could tell just a little bit off, and the defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen.
He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
Nice job by the running back there on that angle route against zone coverage. He wasn't in a hurry. He was able to sort of find the soft spot in the defense and just gear down, make himself an easy target.
Quarterback will audible.
Longer.
Looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
Got nothing last time. Now 2nd and goal from the 3.
Gaucho. Gorilla. Ready.
They want to just keep throwing it. And it's caught for the late touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish.
And that's step one. Great job on this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
Play the analytics here, and you go for 2.
Griffin.
They want to throw it. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they trim more off of that lead. So a drive there of 85 yards. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Just over a minute to go, and if they have a chance, they've got to come up with this onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Ready.
Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field.
Jackrabbit. Go.
Trying to find his man on first down. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Keeps the legs moving. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now facing a drive and let it rip. It's complete to the right. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. He's looking to throw it. Steps away. And that play just never got started as he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
You got to keep chasing and keep defending. When you got scrambling QBs that get outside the pocket, you got to keep defending down the field and keep coverage on the wide receivers. And good job with pursuit drill, running them down, making them run out of bounds, and that counts in the record books for a sack. Give me one of those, please.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On second down, wants to throw. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, this defense is going to need a few plays now to get some of this momentum back. Remember, they had a massive lead earlier in the game, but that's dwindled now. And you wonder if they were just sleepwalking a little bit. They've got to step up now and play with some urgency.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
This defense right now is not only fighting an offense with a lot of confidence, but they're fighting against momentum too. Remember, they had a big lead earlier in this game. Now it's been reduced to just one possession, so they've got to make some big plays here on pass defense. They've got to be able to cover.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Throws for the tight end. He's got him, and they convert. And he'll get out of bounds. It's a first down there in plus territory, and now threatening to get the score. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. Fourth quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the first down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
Going up top on first down. Caught. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. And it's his fourth interception of the game. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception.
Well, we've seen this defense make plays time and time again in this game. They may have just sealed it with that takeaway.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Quarterback takes a knee, and they'll start this new season with a victory. It came down to the final quarter, clutch plays,